bring you a playthrough of Cozy Juicy Reel. I'm Mark Maya.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jess.
I'm Chris.
And this is
4 a.m. coffee.
Let's Do This.
Get back here this instant!
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hey there, Mark from the future here with a fair warning. You're about to see us play a social game of Cozy Juicy Reel, and we're going to get very cozy and juicy, mostly juicy. We're going to get juicy. So things might get a little belligerent toward the end. So if you have children in the room, you might want to ask them to leave. Cozy Juicy Reel is a little different than the games we've done around here before. It's kind of, it's a social conversation game, a party game, if you will, where the premise is, the focus isn't so much on winning. It's about just getting to know each other, relating to people, getting deep with your friends, connecting people. So it's basically a question-answer game, but the answers, there's no really wrong answers. Questions will be things like, what's the strangest food you ate? That type of thing. Conversation starters. So we're going to go around this board, and if you notice, the board has these little bits. And how far we move around the board is determined by the questions. The questions, when we flip them over, here I'll flip one, because we'll never get to the bottom of this. There will be a question, and you'll get 30 points for answering it, and then you'll move 2 spaces. And then based on the space you're on, you notice they're color-coded, that match the back of these questions. So if you were here, you can either get a cozy question or a real question. Cozies are all worth 30, juicies are worth 40, reals are worth 50, and then there's random, which is worth a random amount of points. Now, here's the deal. So again, there's no right, wrong answers, just it's a get to know you thing. Now, you will have each 3 passes max. So you'll use passes either for a question you feel uncomfortable with answering, or maybe you just can't come up with an answer and you're like, it's taking too long, we're just gonna pass. If you guys hear a lot of noise upstairs, we got a toddler just having a great time with their babysitters, and we're down here getting a little tipsy. So being that this is a social game, we thought it best that we get a little liquored, just a little, and we have our glasses here. This is not water. This is some imported cucumber vodka, which tastes delicious. And this, what was this? Just gin and tonic. And we also have a bottle of tequila around here. So that's how this game's gonna go. Just give you a heads up.
That's the warning label right there.
So the game ends when somebody reaches this lightning round, and then everybody gets pushed over there, and then we're going to each answer a lightning round question. And the lightning round question is the only one that you could possibly get wrong, because it has to do with the person either to your left or to your right. I think. I've only read like 1 or 2 of these, and they relate to the person on the right or your left. So if it goes left, I have a better chance, because I feel I know Brittany slightly better than you, Jess.
I don't know.
So, well, it depends what the
Woman you're married to.
It depends what the questions are. What would you? What are the chances of you doing on a Saturday night? You'd probably be here. You too, probably be here. So the answer
More
is
likely for Brittany to be here.
Your answer for where will you be on a Saturday is chances are here.
50% here. 50%.
15.
I am a mystery woman.
It's 50% here, 50%.
I like Brittany's laugh there.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can tell, we've all been drinking.
We're a couple drinks in.
Chris, I'll just give you, since you have the tequila, you can just hold that. All right, so we're just gonna you'll notice we also have these cards in front of us. And these cards are like, they're called High Five, Go Deeper, Courage, Hug, and What About You? So these cards, if we keep, they all have a point value on them. Are they all worth 20 points?
No.
Nope,
No,
they're
all different.
They're all different points. So if we have these cards by the end of the game, we lose points. Because all our questions, they all have points, as I mentioned before. I think I mentioned, right?
Yep.
Cozy 30, 40, 50, and randoms, whatever. If you have these at the end of the game, they subtract points. So what you do is, like, if you feel somebody gave a good answer, you can give them a high five. So you go like, boom, Jess, that was a great answer. High five, you get 20 points. So you had not yet. And if
Well played.
If Brittany's answer, you feel like it took a lot of courage to answer, that was a brave question, Brittany. There, boom, 30 points, courage. And multiple people can give her. You can give these cards out anytime you want,
And the idea is to be genuine. You don't want to just get rid of them to get rid of points. You'd be like, every turn you're like, Chris, this is a high five, go deeper, blah, blah, blah. Just give them all of them. And go deeper is one where you can be like, Brittany, I'm going to ask one or two follow-up questions. I want you to go deeper into that answer.
I want to do it.
But actually, that's a good.
Have another drink.
Actually, that's valid. If you don't want to do it, you give me back my points.
Oh.
So you don't have to do it. Now, if we ever
I feel
go,
like anything I say that anyone's like, go deeper, I'm like, really good.
now if we ever go off track. So
Hard fact.
if the questions we're supposed to be talking about food and we end up talking about like kayaking, then somebody can grab this card, which is wrap it up, wave it around, and be like, wrap it up. So, and then we just wrap up that question. That's it.
And
So,
it's a really good chance with our group.
so I'm just going to place this here in the center so it's easily reachable for everybody. Right? The wrap it up one's there. And we should be good. Let's get
I
it
feel like
off.
I look at these cards and I just want to high five everybody right now, and we haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
High five, high five, high five.
All right, so I'm onto my
I just want to give hugs.
I'm onto my vodka cucumber water.
I'm into it.
It's not the same. It's just
Okay, so we're gonna start.
now.
Let's start it up. So, and we all have our own pieces. I am the ice cream. Kayla, what are you?
I'm the rainbow.
It's rainbow,
I'm the puppy.
puppy,
Catacorn.
catacorn,
I totally would have picked that.
and,
so good.
and Chris is
So
the
good.
drink.
I'm the coconut drink.
Okay.
That's
The
good.
hairy coconut drink.
I don't. It's like when I look at that image, I don't want to see what it looks like, but it reminds me of things from cartoons.
Why are you hairy?
They're Portuguese, Brittany. Kind of comes with it.
All right.
Anyways,
Here we go. So the first one, as all the starting questions are cozy ones. So everybody picks up their own card and reads their own question and answers their own question. So let's see what the first one is. What are you enjoying about where you live these days? Well, it isn't.
I'm intrigued.
It isn't the crackheads. What are you shushing?
Make the picture.
Yes, so I'm assuming London, Ontario, not just this house. So here you go. What am I enjoying about where I live these days? I enjoy being able to own a house.
Yes.
That's a big deal because wherever you go, it's expensive to buy a house. I'm lucky I had the foresight to buy a house back in 2004. Because now everybody's living in their mother's basement.
Stop talking.
I'm sorry. I actually wasn't even thinking of you then when I said it. Anyways, okay. So that's an example. So I answered the question. So I keep the 30 points. And then I move my piece. Is that an acceptable answer, everybody?
Yeah.
Get that? Because it's London.
Stop.
1, 2, 3. And do you think the stops are not going to get picked up by
I
camera?
I don't know.
That brings more attention to
Okay.
it.
I just want to point out it says move
Oh,
two
2 spaces.
spaces.
I can't remember.
Cheating already.
thank you, Jess, for catching on that one.
Good catch, Jess. Good catch.
So
So it says to move 2 spaces, so I move 2 spaces. So now we go in. Actually, technically, it's supposed to be the person whose birthday is next goes,
So
but
you
I
took
already
my
went.
turn?
I did. Is your birthday next? When's your birthday?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh. Well, so yeah, I did take your turn. Britt, you're next.
Next
I
year
take
plays
it?
Already.
Kayla.
I got
Tried
tied
to
up
twice.
I got tied up in
I
the.
feel so anxious about reading on camera. Okay, what's one thing you love and one thing you'd love to change about your daily routine? Well, I love my family, and I'm tired of us always cleaning.
I'm tired of this shit.
You're a messy slob.
We have a toddler, so there's always laundry.
All right, fine, all right, valid.
I only
Move
need
one space. It's because that was a bullshit answer, Britt. Kayla, let's juice it up.
What is something you love and something you don't love about your hometown? Well,
Again, this is your hometown, yeah?
no, it's
No, it's not.
Woodstock. And there's a lot of
Woodstock's your
things to
hometown?
not love about the hometown.
No offense to Woodstock, but I haven't met a lot of normies from there.
I know, I'm one of the only.
I went to high school in Woodstock. I'm a normie.
Oh, do you live in Woodstock?
I do not.
No.
Is it your hometown?
It is
No,
not.
it's not.
Ingersoll.
It's the hometowners.
Ooh, armpit.
I don't think that's better.
Okay, so
worse.
what's the question? What do you love about?
What did I love and what did I not love?
Okay, what do you love about Woodstock?
Our house is great.
It has a cute little street.
You're not answering the questions. It's cute. It's a question. So
I
what's,
loved the house we lived in, and I don't love everything else. Move one space.
hold on. Whoa. Hold on. I'm going to give Kayla a go deeper. I want to go deeper. So I'm going to ask 1 to 2 follow-up questions. I'm going to give you a go deeper. So, you said you loved the house you lived in. What do you love about the house you lived in? What was so awesome about the house? Did it have a pool? Did it have a ping pong
Didn't
table?
have a pool.
How awesome
It
was
had
it?
an awesome basement where us teenagers had Pop Shop Pop Unlimited and
Oh yeah.
video games and beanbag chairs.
Is that a Canadian thing? Like, will our American viewers even know what the hell Pop Shop
It's
Pop
a valid
is?
question,
In
is it?
I don't know
Canada,
what
we
Pop Shop
had
Pop is.
Pop Shop, which was
Yeah.
very, very popular, and they would actually deliver to your house if you wanted
we
to.
got
And it
to
was
take
amazing.
We got to take our empties in and pick our flavors and bring them home.
Hey, somehow...
See, we ordered our flavors, and a truck came every Friday and delivered them.
Tons
To
of
my
flavors.
grandma's, tons of flavors. We were so spoiled.
And this is for
that
soda.
was amazing.
I think-
Soda.
I
I
think
was
it's
from a
soda
small
pop.
town. This was not a thing.
If
First
you
of all-
drove from Ingersoll to Woodstock, it would have been.
Apparently.
here's the...
My
well,
grandma
I didn't
had
even
it.
know this was a thing.
So my grandma had 35 grandchildren, and she always had the Pop Shop at the house. And then there
table
was
set
like
up.
this, it was a whole setup, and then there would be an area with like cups.
But they're like little glass bottles, right?
They're like 2 liter or
Oh, no,
1.5.
we had
glass
smalls.
liters.
Yeah, they're
We
like
had
the
the
old
individual
Coke
ones.
bottles.
We had the
Yeah.
1.5 liter, the 2 liter ones.
First of all, I
And then
never
you'd pour it
even
and
heard
like
of
a
Pop
cup.
Shop Pop until I moved to London.
Oh, it was a big thing.
In Toronto, we drank Coke.
I don't know. It's back now.
Same.
I've seen every time I see
Little
it, I was
town,
like,
big
I
city,
feel
same
like my
thing.
inner
The
10-year-old
in-betweeners, Pop Shops. Okay, so that's my second follow-up question was about, you said everything else. That's pretty vague. What's wrong with Woodstock?
The community's really small. Everyone knew everybody's business, and it was not fun.
Oh, all right. You jumped on that really quick. Yeah, you had that
I
loaded
have
up.
that answer.
All right. Okay. All right. Chris, you're next, buddy.
Cozy. We have, what would you consider to be one of your pet peeves? Pet peeves.
Living in a barn. That's not a pet peeve.
It's not a pet peeve. That's awesome.
Maybe the pet peeve is saying living in a barn.
Wrap it up, Brittany.
Why can't I think of pet peeves right now? Crap.
Because you were asked about it.
What's
Is
your
that
pet
what it
peeve? What's a pet peeve, buddy?
What do you hate?
You got 3 passes. You don't waste a pass on pet peeve?
No,
Go.
I'm not.
You
I just
got
can't
this.
think
I
of a
could
pet
tell
peeve.
you
I
something
believe
right
in
now.
you.
That I
Do you got a pet
hate.
peeve?
Clipping your nails in public.
Oh, gross.
I had a
Yes.
coworker who would clip her nails
Yes.
in the office.
High five
Gross.
to that.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's a hardcore high five.
First of all, Chris, you're supposed to pile those in one pile. It's your 1 point pile. 1 point pile.
Okay.
1 point pile, Chris.
You got it.
The 1 point pile.
Oh, gotcha.
Let him spread it out and feel it.
No. We are
Don't
teaching
take
people how to do things properly. I will take it all away.
Turn
This guy around.
And I get
I
to
just
move
wanna
2
say-
spaces.
My pet peeve, grocery store. I hate the grocery store.
Who asked you?
Nobody asked, but I'm telling because
Here,
I hate
what
it.
about you?
Thank you. I hate the grocery store. It's the worst place ever.
So Kayla just used her only "What about you" card, which is somebody else has to answer the same question that was just asked. So what was the
fine.
question? Again, pet peeve?
Pet peeve.
You don't like grocery stores?
I do not like grocery stores. They have my food, but I don't want to be there. I never want to go.
What's so pet peevey?
People are always in your way. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Somebody's going to be in your way.
So do you want like an empty grocery store? You'd be good
If
with
I
an
could
empty grocery
have
store?
an empty grocery store, that would be the best.
So you want like an
Shop
apocalypse?
at 12 o'clock at night.
No, you want like an apocalypse grocery store. You want those movies?
What's the reason for the apocalypse? Because I don't want to go to a grocery store and share it with zombies.
COVID.
Fair.
I mean, COVID gave me an excuse not to go to the grocery store because you could not go with your partner, so my partner just went. And I didn't have to go.
Oh, that was handy.
Okay, all right. Jess, answer your question.
Okay, it says your birthday is coming up next month. What 3 things are at the top of your wish list?
It was last month.
Yeah.
My birthday was last month. And
Happy
one
birthday.
thing, thank you. One thing on my wish list is we were supposed to do a full day of board games, which has not happened. So,
We're doing it. I told her it was like we're doing it next month. Next month.
We haven't
Number
forgot
one.
about you.
Number one.
Next month.
Well, you can do a day because your birthday's coming up in May, right?
And we never had my all day.
Oh,
board
you
game
got
night.
enough for your
Yeah,
birthday.
Kind of not.
What?
Friday was an entire
You had a
month.
whiteboard full of check marks
Yeah,
of things
thank
you got
you.
done.
You know what they did? They did
Someone
better.
who understands
All day
that.
board games. I didn't get my all day board games.
Mark makes a list every year, and we try to do it.
No.
And it's an entire month.
I don't think Brittany tried for the all day board game day.
That's heavy.
She tried for
That's
a lot.
heavy.
There was a lot of things on the list.
That's heavy.
Anyway,
Would you
that
like
was
a, would
number
you like
one.
a hug?
I do.
I have two more things. Two more things.
She's going deeper on her own.
The next one, Ether Fields. I love that game. I would like to have
High five.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. And then the last one is I want to go somewhere. I want to go on vacation somewhere. That'd be awesome.
Well.
I haven't gone anywhere in like 3 years.
We should do
So,
a giant
Time
group
to get
trip.
on a flight somewhere.
Like a group trip or like just you and Mac?
Either. I'll take either.
Okay.
Well, you could do a giant group trip. If you do over 10 people, you get
Oh,
great discounts.
Trying to organize over 10 people.
I'd be
the
happy to
gift-
do it. It's
the
so
gift would
easy.
be me not organizing it.
I'd be happy to do it.
Okay,
I'll do
Brittany,
it.
You're
I'll
on
do
it.
it.
All right. You know, here's
We
the
did it
key.
for our wedding. It's really easy.
No, here's the key thing about
We had an
organizing
awesome
trips
tourism
with
person.
like 10 people or more is you can't give a shit about what the other people are doing.
Yeah,
it
no,
can't be everybody's
no.
together. It's like, no,
No.
we all on the same flight together and then done.
We're on the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
flight.
nope,
There's
nope,
a couple
nope,
nights where we
nope,
do
nope.
something
That's
together.
done.
Oh.
That's done. Done.
Here you
Killers.
go.
Fair.
The
That's
judge
fair.
shut it down.
That's
Well played. Well
That's
played.
fair.
Mark,
That's fair.
here you go.
Go.
Can you give it to people who aren't answering? If I could, I would.
There's the answer. Oh, what
Why are you moving?
No, what is
Pick
it?
up a
What-
card.
You're
It's
on-
random.
Right.
It's random. 40-point random. 40-point random. Bam. Challenge.
The next person.
What's a
I'll
challenge?
accept it.
I don't know. I never look at these cards. I have no idea what the fuck this is. You're the judge. Oh, I like this. I
I
like
don't
where this
like
is
it.
going.
I don't like
I don't
Mark
like
being
it.
the judge.
Ask all players
No.
to take a turn whistling a line from a well-known song.
Whistle.
If they
Oh.
can't whistle, encourage them to try anyways. They might still win. Give points to the most entertaining player. You sit
just
back
went
and
blank.
enjoy the show. Finish, draw a card. Oh, I can draw. So I give these points to whoever I think is the best whistler. And then I draw a green or yellow card. So I do one of these after.
Do you get the points for that, or do you have to answer the question?
Whoever does this gets these 40 points. So I give these 40 points away to somebody. Okay,
Am I
so
whistling?
all-
I'm
From
getting
a
ready.
well-known what?
so I gotta ask all players
I hope nobody takes my
to
phone.
take a turn whistling a line from a well-known song. Okay, let's try this. Brittany,
Can I help?
I think I get to pick the songs.
You can't laugh.
You
You
get to
can't
pick
make
a
your
song.
Why is it
No,
we
I thought
pick
you
a
said-
song?
What does it say
pick
you
the
pick it? What does it say
song.
you pick it? It says all players take a turn whistling a line from a well-known song. If they
You
can't,
pick
if they
for-
can't
I
whistle,
already had a song in my head.
Yeah, so did
listen
I.
to
I'm not
it.
whistling your song.
sounds like I pick it. Sounds like I pick
How
it.
are we supposed to know?
I'm,
What if we don't know
I'm
the
giving out the
song you
points,
pick?
then I'll pick another song. I give
Do
out
we
the
all
points.
do the same song?
No, everybody does have a different song.
Okay, go, Mark. Brittany's first.
Well, no, maybe the same song would be. No, let's do all
No,
different
no,
songs. All
because
different
then they
songs.
have an advantage.
Okay,
Whoever goes
all right,
last.
all right, ready?
No, I had a song in my head.
What was your song? Maybe I'll consider it. Tell me.
It's
Just
Small
do it.
World After All.
No.
I want to hear
The
that.
song that never ends.
How would you whistle that?
Okay, here.
With that, I want to hear one. Yeah.
Actually,
Whistle that one.
here you go. Sing, whistle now. If you, from Lamb Chop, the show, whistle the song that never
What
ends.
is that?
What?
You know.
Oh,
I can't do it.
All right, that's enough.
I need a high five for that.
No, you don't.
Are you kidding me?
Can you do "I'm Too
Give you a high
Sexy"?
five.
Thank you.
no.
Oh, that used to be my favorite song.
I can't whistle. I'm gonna laugh.
When I was
Hold on,
I
stop!
can't do it.
Kayla's whistling. Hum then. No. Hum.
You can do it.
Yes.
First of all, I don't even know if the mic can pick that up.
I was gonna say the mic's not picking up any of this.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Okay, I like the humming. That
Okay,
worked well.
okay, Chris, can you whistle?
Sometimes.
Okay, I won't
This is
whistle.
the drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready? I think the song I'm gonna give you is how about Macarena?
Oh, that's
Macarena
hard.
Train.
Oh, I don't remember that much. Macarena.
I'm trying to think of the song.
Okay, I can pick it. I can pick a different one. I can
Macarena.
pick a different. Hey, what's that song? Callum likes to sing. He sang it at the birthday party we went to on the mic. It was.
Oh, an Aqua song.
It's always an awkward song.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
There you go.
Barbie
Sing Barbie
Girl.
Girl. Sing Barbie Girl.
Girl.
That wasn't
Barbie
it.
Girl.
Stop it. Hold on. Stop. Everybody stop.
This is
Chris, go.
After that, I don't know the rest
That
of
was
the
so much better.
That was
than
terrible.
I deserve a high
I
five.
felt like I was
Like
singing Snow White.
I love love
like
you, but I deserve the high five for mine.
You would get the 40 points if you get it right. If you did well. You had the easiest one. All right. Let's see.
After I'm a Barbie girl, I know nothing of the rest of the song.
I'm open to say. How about WAP?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know it?
I know the song, but I wouldn't be able to hum it.
I know.
So
some
that's not
music.
fair. That's
You know
not
country
fair.
music?
I don't listen. To
Achy Breaky Heart.
I can't listen very well.
I'm feeling it.
Blowing?
Where is my high five? Hey, humming's not a part. It's whistling.
No, she's humming. Yeah.
No, it's whistling.
I can't whistle. I tried.
You know what?
Where's my high five?
Okay,
Also,
Brittany will get the 40 points.
Spit on me.
Brittany's getting the 40 points.
And here I thought I had a chance. I'm like, I can actually whistle, but I'm like, I can't do that song. Damn.
Brittany, you win. Okay, so I'm going to pick a juicy question for myself.
Okay.
All right.
I have
done.
that in my
It's
head
done.
now. I just
I'm
want to do
trying.
like a line dance.
Done.
All right.
Oh, so if it's a random, you just do that.
I don't
and then
know
you-
what it's random. I don't know what it is. I've never read the
It said pick
cards.
something.
He's asking
Oh,
what
it
the
says
card said.
So
Calm
it says
down.
pick something afterwards?
Yeah, it says.
Thank you.
I thought you were asking if it's random. I don't know.
No, like you just did the random right when your turn
Hold up.
done. I'm like,
No, it says finish, draw a card. It says finish, draw a card. So I'm assuming I have to do this. Right?
I'm in the music mode.
Yeah, that's not. See, so there's no like FAQ on this. Is a prototype. It says finish, draw a card. But I'm assuming I answer this card.
Yeah,
I
you
I
would just-
assume, or you just pick the higher value one.
Yeah, I would always pick the higher value one. Okay. Okay. So you have full freedom and resources to plan your next vacation. What are a few things you choose to do, and with who?
Correct answer is me.
I am going. But hold on, is it unlimited? You have full freedom and resources. Okay, so originally I would think Disney, but Disney's within reach.
But it's expensive.
So
It is expensive.
no,
$8.
yeah, but if it's like if I have all the resources,
yeah, you can do it.
like Disney, we can do Disney
on.
for like 2 to 3
Where-
days.
where?
Australia.
No, I'm going to Fiji.
Fiji.
So I'm gonna go to Fiji, and if we got all the
With
resources,
me?
I'm taking all you guys with me.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
All you guys with me, and we're taking a nanny for Xavier. So if we need to go, Xavier's our little baby boy. So that way, if we need to get Hammy,
Like tonight.
He's got a nanny.
he's got a hammy nanny. He's got a hammy nanny.
Lovely.
I'm down.
We got 2 hammy nannies upstairs right now. So that is my question. I don't get a high five or anything. I just took you guys all on
right,
vacation
fine.
to
You get to
Fiji.
move your points. You get to move.
That's your reward. You move.
Thanks.
How
Okay,
many
so
points did you move?
3. It's not points. I just moved forward 3.
Spaces, sorry.
1, 2, 3. Jess, you can confirm that. Move 3
Brittany,
spaces.
your turn.
Oh,
do you
where
got?
am I?
You.
I'm on green or
You're the
yellow.
dog. Yeah, so cozy or juicy?
Okay, let's go juicy.
Oh, she's going. She was so nervous before.
I
don't know
was
if
so
it's good. Now
nervous
she's like,
to
I'm
do
getting
juicy.
juicy.
What's something you kept secret from your parents when you were a teenager? Oh, I don't like this one.
You picked juicy. What'd you expect?
Here's a fun fact. They're not watching this show anymore. They stopped 2 years ago.
I don't know. I don't think I kept secrets.
Really?
Same. I kept my secrets.
No,
I was a very
pretty.
boring
I
teenager.
was pretty boring. I told my mom everything.
Technically, I guess I kept all the secrets because I didn't talk to my parents.
But I guess I have to skip this one because, like, I'm pretty sure I told
Right.
my parents
That's
everything.
that's your first
My
pass.
parents are awesome.
That's your first
I have
pass.
no complaints.
You have
Okay,
2
I'm
passes
going
left.
juicy
No,
too.
no, no! She still has to go. She just passed.
I thought she
Oh,
passed
that's how
past
that
to
works.
me.
Okay, when's
Yeah.
the time you felt deeply accepted by a person, group, or community? Well,
Pass. I've never felt accepted by.
I feel
You get a hug.
when we started Board Game Coffee, I feel accepted as a group and a community. I mean, we built a little group and a community together. We are like a
talking
little
about with
village.
This community, like our board game
I
community.
think
people?
everybody. I mean, I love the fact that we always play games together and we meet regularly. And I love the fact that like fans email us and tell us about like their adventures with games after we've done games. So, or videos. Is
deserves
what
a
I
hug,
meant to
Brittany.
say.
I want to give you a hug for that one.
I
feel like it's
Brittany,
a
it's
hug.
a hug.
Yeah.
A hug for that one.
Hugs for Brittany. All right, so how many places did you move on that? 6 spaces.
Woohoo!
Oh jeez, I need to use up my cards.
Where are you?
What?
I'm
I take that
I'm
hug
the
back.
puppy.
She's moving 6
No.
paces. Change my mind.
And
Okay. Let's see. What was that?
pause.
And pee break.
That's good because I was feeling the same
Don't hit
thing.
the cameras. I'm recording. This is going in the video.
But
All right, before Kayla goes, what is everybody drinking, by the way? Mink, are you still drinking?
I drank mine already. I could use another drink.
You can use another. Why don't you do this now?
Just joking.
All right. So we've got some like imported cucumber vodka. It smells like cucumber water, and if you put enough water in it, it smells like cucumber water.
Tastes like
So
it,
we've
yeah.
got like 3 shots.
so
in here.
good.
Is that what you're
So
drinking too?
That's
I
what
can
I'm
see why you can get
except mine
trouble
also
with
has
So
guava
smooth.
juice in it.
Yeah.
It's easy to
Yeah,
drink.
so if you've had cucumber water, it's the same thing. So literally, you do not taste any alcohol. It's,
Yep.
I taste
I
nothing.
can see that being trouble.
Except for
Yeah.
guava.
It
and
is
cucumber.
trouble.
Well,
I'm not a
we
cucumber
put.
guy. Water. So.
20s, it was trouble.
All right.
Because so easy to drink.
Kayla, you're up.
That just happened.
I'll take a Jucy.
Oh, where are you? Even? Or are you the
She's a
rainbow?
rainbow. If you can manifest any one thing for the near future to look forward to, achieve a goal, an event, or trip.
Can
what would
I ask you?
choose
Sorry, I
and
want
why?
to pause. Can you read up? Like, just increase the volume just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You got this.
You can manifest one thing for the near future and to look forward to, achieve a goal, an event, or a trip. What would you choose and why? I would choose a trip because I've been parenting for 20 years and I've never been on one.
We're already going to Fiji. Brittany just wants to get rid of her points. How's that a courage thing? I want to go on a trip.
Totally.
Flip it over to the
Being
other side.
honest and real.
When's the last time? Actually, I'm gonna go deeper.
Go deeper.
When was the last time you were on a trip?
I've never been on a trip.
What? Yeah.
What?
Ever?
No.
Like
Yeah.
ever?
No.
I've been away for work, but I've never been on a holiday.
So you've never
My whole
gone
life.
outside of Canada on a trip for not work?
No.
Crazy.
But you've left Canada.
Yes,
For work.
for work. And work conventions are not holidays.
Because you're a hustler.
not.
Because you hustle all day and all
All
night.
right.
Give me a high five for that.
Yeah, right?
Thanks, man.
I would have gave you a hug,
We're
but I
going
gave
to
it to Brittany.
Fiji. It's all
Give
good.
me a hug. Okay, did give me a hug. Right here. Okay.
How many do you move?
Ooh,
A lot then.
6.
Whoa.
6. Holy crap.
Whoa.
Take it back.
I'm up with
You
Brittany.
Take it back. Take it back. I mean,
Wait,
right?
let's do
This
that.
is your
first.
random.
Random.
10 points.
10 points. Oh, wait, I don't get the 10 points. So
You
that's
got
okay.
it.
You give it away.
All right. Activity.
Oh, maybe it's
In a
different.
clockwise direction, all players say 5 words, each to create a really short group story.
So, like, you say 5 words, I say 5 words, 5 words, 5 words, 5 words.
And I start.
And who gets the 10 points? Like, it's just you. That's weird. I had to give my 40
yeah.
points
It
away.
has to be a story.
So you keep the points. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end?
How would you yeah. Yeah.
No, it says
What does
yay.
the bottom
It
say?
says yay.
But
You said
what
my
happens if I
Portuguese,
have
it seeps out
7?
sometimes.
What does the bottom say that your thumb is on?
Finish.
Brittany,
draw a
you have
card.
to continue a story that Chris starts.
Oh, so you draw a card.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
know. What are you counting? I was wondering what you're
I
counting.
was trying to say how awesome Chris was, but it came out to 7.
Okay, 5-word story. Go,
He
Chris.
keeps the points.
Start it up. Let's
Like,
get it started.
Chris
Wait, how
is
many
so
words?
awesome, and I love him.
How many
You
words?
guys-
So
How
5.
many? Hold on. How many syllables were it? And I love him. It was 3 words.
And I thought my English was bad. Okay, so when I was young, I
Went to a camp that
Sold donkeys you can ride. Come on!
5 words. 5 words.
Five words.
is involved.
Come on, Brittany!
And then I bought a cow.
No. Then I bought
And drank its milk.
So, first of all, Brittany, I
Go
need you.
deeper.
Brittany, here, I need you to do something for me. I've learned something about you this time. Can you do this?
I can't right now.
Can you do this?
It's too hard.
No, do this with your hands. I don't want you to say anything. No. Look at me.
Skip all of it.
Follow me. Do this. Huh?
One.
Okay.
feel like
you were
this is
like you were trying to speak and you're like It's like after 2 fingers it just opens up.
So I can choose between juicy
Disaster.
or
Okay.
cozy. So I'm gonna
Okay.
pick juicy. Let's see what we got.
That's
Imagine
fun. Go.
you were to get a new tattoo. What would you get and why? Oh, see this one. This one drives me because I've been wanting to get a tattoo for a long time, but I cannot think of what I want.
Brittany is awesome.
What's with the fucking word counting?
Why would I have your name on me, Brittany? We're cousins. That's awkward.
First question: where would you? It's actually I don't go deeper.
I haven't even answered the question yet, but I'm going
Yes.
to.
I have a follow-up. Answer the question, then I have a follow-up.
I'll take it.
Go.
I'm gonna say something either soldier-oriented, like a person that's been in war, or completely opposite spectrum
Hold on.
anime.
You would just get a picture of somebody else who's been to war?
No. Sorry, I
That's
should explain. I
bizarre.
should explain that more.
because your dad
So,
went to war.
Yes, so it would be
Okay,
like a
let's-
soldier.
yeah,
So yes, I
backtrack.
How about you
explain.
let him talk?
No, I'm
Yes, sir.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
help
Brittany.
him. I'm gonna help him.
So it would be probably a soldier with like a poem or some kind of written
Sediment.
thank you sentiment to kind of acknowledge that. It would be that. But if it was me a fun side, like switch that, it would be more of an anime type thing. Anime cartoon.
Anime soldier throwing a fireball.
Completely opposite.
My question:
Yeah.
where would you get it?
That's an interesting
Bum
question.
cheek. Tramp
Both of
stamp.
you are like,
And then he's coming
Bye.
to show us.
Tramp stamp.
Chris is
Tramp
above.
stamp.
Trip stamp.
the relatives think the what?
But I can hide it from
We're gonna make a sleeve. There's so many options.
Yes, talking about actually people that have tattoos, the recommendation was get it on your arm because then you can see it, so you can actually enjoy the tattoo you've received. Whereas other people, because it's good to have a nice big picture on your back, but you can't see that, so you're constantly trying to figure out. So
So you want to love
I
some
would
anime.
say if I was, but that's the thing, it has enough. If I was to do the soldier one, it would be on my back. But if I was to do something fun like an anime, I'd probably do it on my arm.
Because one you want to see, the other one you don't.
You want to
That
honor.
one I think I
That's
want.
an honor.
It's an
thing.
honor thing, so I want to have as much of me showing to have that honor, and for people to be able to read it and recognize it as I'm kind of walking. Whereas this one, it's like,
All right.
Funsies.
All right.
Alright.
Hold on.
I think-
Hold on. Wait.
spaces.
Do you got a follow up? You've done your follow ups?
That was my only question.
I am doing a what about you? If you were, what is the question? If you were to get a tattoo, what would it be?
Yeah. What would you get and why?
Yeah, what would you get and why?
why?
What about you?
I wouldn't get a tattoo.
You're so
I've
angry.
never
If you
been
would get
interested.
one, what would it be and why? It's 20 points. I'm going to take my 20 points
I've
back.
never been interested in tattoos. But I appreciate the art of a tattoos
Done.
of other people.
Questions. I'm taking it back.
Take it back.
Taking it back.
I'm gonna play it and say, what about you?
Oh, the arrow points this way. All right. Well, if I was to get a tattoo, see, here's the thing. My nieces all have these. My four of my nieces. They have tattoos
Maya.
that say Maya, and that's from when my dad died. And they got a specific Maya tattoo that they all have, and it's all here.
Nice.
So I thought that
Yeah.
was nice. So, but part of me was like that, but it was like only the girls got that. So it was like I feel like it'd be intruding on their thing because they grew up together. So not that.
Yeah, and I would
But
say
it's
for
funny
you to have a
because
tattoo here.
their last,
No, I wouldn't have it
but
there.
their
I
last
wouldn't have it
names
there.
actually aren't Maya.
Yeah, their last
That's
names
the
aren't
interesting
Maya.
Oh,
part.
your nieces, yeah.
But the grandfather is Maya.
But
But they're
here's the
because
thing.
it's all he has sisters, so
I-
they've all married and renamed.
I never wanted a tattoo. I never had any interest in a tattoo. But then I always thought, and I always see people with tattoos like meaningful, like people portraits and things like that. And I thought if I ever get a tattoo, it would be something related to Xavier. So it
like
would
our
definitely-
rings.
It'd be something, yeah. It'd be something related to Xavier. I'm not exactly sure what that would be, but it would be something meaningful because, like, there's a different feeling when you have your own, like your own child, which you can only get when Kayla would know. She's
get
done
it.
this like multiple times. and so like if I got a tattoo, it would be something Xavier related, and it'd probably be on my arm.
I'll
Thanks.
give you a hug.
Because
I'll give you a hug too.
Oh, I love my baby boy.
Question: am I the only person here that actually has a tattoo?
Oh yeah,
What?
You didn't know I had a tattoo?
She has a tramp stamp.
she does.
I
does
do
have a
not
tattoo.
have a tramp stamp.
The
It's
first-
It's a landing pad.
I was like,
It's a landing pad.
"Is that your neck?"
Yeah, it's on the back of my neck.
But I would never have thought you
And
had
it's
a
like
tattoo.
to your point, it's on my back, so it's not something like I forget I have it.
Yeah.
I forget you have a tattoo. It freaks me out when you wear like a ponytail, and I'm like, what? Oh, right. Just what happened? Something happened to you. No, because I always forget you have a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's like the infinity symbol.
You only really see it if you can
that's-
see, it's covered up on my shirt. So.
Yeah, you can't see it. I didn't
No.
know you had it for the longest time. It
Okay, I
wasn't
wanna
until
say
you
I remember
told
you
me and
saying
showed
that
me.
Okay,
I've actually never noticed you've had it.
go deeper.
Yeah. I was
Go
just gonna.
deeper
Go deeper.
On why?
on like why.
I don't even know if this works because the question didn't actually come to you, but let's say
So
You're
it's an
just trying to get
infinity
rid of your
symbol,
nerds.
and I got it because I got my degree in math. That's what I went to school for, and I wanted something to symbolize that, so I got an infinity symbol.
is that very mathematical? Like, does that everybody
mean,
came out of
it's-
math and they're like infinity symbol, not like an
No.
equal sign or a plus sign?
I mean, now would I do it? Probably not. At the time, I feel like it was trendy because
Like-
this was how long ago? This was like
13 years ago?
yeah, I did it when I was.
Age yourself on this one.
No, don't tell them. Just a
Like-
while ago.
Here, I
Can
will
I
save.
say-
I will save you,
Last
Jess.
week.
Let's
Go
say
ahead.
let's say 10 to 15 years ago.
But why didn't it say like bed mass? That's my follow up question.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say bed mass?
It's not as cool.
Because you learned that in elementary school.
Oh, I
word.
learned that in high school.
I
Did I
still
learn that in elementary school?
Yeah.
I don't
I
remember.
Yeah, they do.
I thought it was high school.
in
No.
London maybe.
I don't know.
Listen, math is hard.
But anyway,
I don't need your
At
comments.
the time, apparently infinity symbols were common, so now it's just like a trendy thing to do. So it's less meaningful. So if I were to go back, would I still do it?
Fair.
But it's there and it's permanent,
Fair.
so
No,
Right.
you can
So
get
it's
it
there.
removed now.
oh, it's there forever. I'm not getting it removed.
Infinity symbol is nice though. So
It's infinity. You mean you don't even have, you could say
Yeah.
it'd be
It's
like
love.
it's
My love for my
yeah, it would
husband.
be like I want to live forever. Or what? It
Also,
could
like
be anything.
math degree.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Kayla's pulling the
Yeah,
plug.
right.
Kayla's pulling the plug.
Okay,
Whose
go.
turn was it?
It's. I finished
It
the
was
tattoo.
you.
with the
Jess's
trap.
turn.
It's Jess's
Longest
actual
turn.
turn.
holy crap, Chris.
Another
I
random.
had nothing to do with it. I literally answered right away.
Random.
Oh God.
Uh
Okay, I am the judge.
oh.
Each player needs to strike a new yoga pose
No.
and give it a name.
I'm gonna hard pass on
Hard
that.
Points to the most entertaining yoga player.
I'm
Or
gonna.
I'm stretching.
I,
You get
I,
40 points. 40
I'm
points.
gonna be able to see it on
I'm gonna
camera.
yeah.
should we pass that? 'Cause it's hard to just do on
That's pass.
camera.
We can't do
That's
it.
fair.
It's hard to do on
We're
camera.
gonna
But
get
that
it
would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're only
If
passing
we
on that
had
one because
cameras-
it's hard to do on camera. Okay.
that
Now
would be
it's
like-
10 points though. I feel like I should.
No, it's
another-
fine. It's
Go,
10
go,
points.
do
Just 10
another
points. 10 points. We all agreed. It's hard to do on camera.
Everyone at the table gives each other high fives.
That's it?
That's it.
Bam! Bam! Hey, that was kill. Oh, fuck, Chris.
And then I keep the points, and then I get to pick
What?
the
Let's see what I
That
had.
was the only time we ever got to. We actually landed a high five on the first go.
We're terrible at high fives, you and I. Yeah.
Go for the 50 point. Go for
Real.
real. Answer
Let's
real.
be real.
Oh. Mistakes were made apparently.
Over the past month/year, when's a time your feelings have been hurt, and how did you work through it?
Ooh.
And I'm trying to when were my feelings hurt?
When you read this card.
My feelings are deeply hurt by this card.
Where's the bullshit card? Minus points suggest.
I might need to pass this
That's
one
deep, man.
because I
No.
can't think of a time where my feelings were hurt this past month that I want to share with everyone.
All right.
Fair,
Pass
fair.
to pass to pass.
Pass.
Do you want to take another color then? Because you had multiple color choices, didn't you?
I assume I take the same one.
Yeah. Pick
I don't know. If you pass, I think you can just take any one. Because you still have, it's the option of 3.
Too late.
Okay.
Okay.
When you think about growing up in your family, what's something that made it difficult and something that made it wonderful? So
I'm not doing
my answer
hard
is the
pass.
same for both. So my parents got divorced when I was young. So I feel like that made things difficult because you have the two families, you have different rules, different households. There's just like hurt feelings because things are different and there's different relationships. But that's also something that made it kind of wonderful because both my parents got remarried when I was young. They got divorced when I was young and they got remarried when I was young. So it made it more challenging because they're divorced and you have these two separate families.
Then you're
But it's
blessed
also
with two separate families.
you are. So you have both my parents got remarried. We had two
Yeah, hug
siblings.
for Jess.
I don't have any more hugs.
Well,
So
I give you courage.
Oh, lame. Ollie, where's my lame card? There you go,
So-
lame.
that kind of made it wonderful. Like
I
I
feel
love
you.
the people that are now in my family that wouldn't have been if it hadn't happened. So
You need to have a high five for that. I feel you.
thank you.
high five
That
seems
was
seems-
He just raked in like 100 points.
High
for
five
sucker.
seems inappropriate.
No,
High five seems
honestly,
inappropriate.
I totally get it.
It's like a high five at a
Brittany
funeral.
gets it.
I totally get
Same
it.
It's
situation.
like a funeral high five. I'm sorry your mom's
And
dead.
it's funny because it's
To be
like,
clear, my mom is not dead.
but it's like you're almost blessed with two families. It's
I
like
am.
why have two when you can have four?
High five for living mom. Bam. We're on fire today with high
That
fives.
hurts so much.
Okay. It's because we're keeping it real. All right, my turn. Where am I? Red or green? Let's go
Do
real.
you want to go real?
Keep it real.
What are you?
I'm an
What
ice
is
cream.
that?
I'm an ice cream.
That's
Okay.
weird.
In your life, what's one of the most intensely positive experiences you've had? Intensely positive.
Not just positive, intensely
No
positive.
pressure. No pressure.
Intensely positive. I don't know if anything's been intensely positive.
What do you think back? And you're like, this was the most positive thing in my life.
Oh,
Just
this.
This seems like cheatery.
I'm gonna just bypass that. Just because be too easy. Where's the fun of that? Right? So
The drama.
here we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
Comments in the comments below.
Comments in the comments with your
Love to hear
comments.
what you're thinking about. That's-
Comments in the comments with your comments.
Oh, look what you made me do.
Yeah, right. Anyways, so you broke the box. All right, so here's what I'm gonna go with. Intensely positive. Intensely positive. Positive is one thing. Intensely, you gotta stop. Stop with the hands. Intensely, and like it says, intensely positive experience.
Having a child.
I was just gonna
Thank
say,
you.
Like, how can
Savior?
you not?
There's
This
so much
isn't good
about
enough for you.
Well, here's the thing. I think having a child is at the start. It's different for women than it is men. Because for you, you guys have like had this thing inside you growing. You get like
For
you're
9
instantly
months,
attached. You had 9 months to get attached to this thing, and they came out. and You're like, oh, it's got a
You
face.
feel like you already know them.
But for guys, we're disattached. Like I appreciate that I'm getting a baby, but like I don't have the connection that you do. So it takes a while. Like when Xavier was born, I was holding him. I was like, cool. But I didn't feel the same. But like, no, it's honestly, but like, to be honest, I didn't feel the same attachment to Xavier like I do now. Now that he can like look at me in the face, he can high five me. He holds my finger. We play with each other. Like that's how I build my relationship with him because he wasn't inside me. So he was just like, hey, little stranger that doesn't do anything. Like I don't have a physical connection to you yet. So that's why I
Give me
was.
courage
Keep
for
me
that.
up all night.
Oh, thank you.
You give me courage for that, saying that and admitting it out loud.
So if I was
And
to go for
recording.
like intensely positive experience, I'm gonna go with this. This one comes because it's just recent. And it's kind of like the top of my like. It's the first thing I think of is getting my comic book done. Feels positive because I've wanted to get a comic book done for years, and then now we have So-Called Living. Check out So-Called Living if you're watching this video. It's on Kickstarter. We have like our notifications things happening. So that was like, I wrote the script 14 years ago. I couldn't get an artist to stay on board to work with me. So I decided, screw it. I'm just going to pay an artist. You have no rights to anything. It's all mine. But I'll pay you up front. So there's no risk to the artist. But then when that stuff started coming back with like images and lettering and color, then it's like it came to life. And it was a project
The
that I
artist
wanted
is
to work
fantastic.
so hard for. So it feels like for me that was like just when I saw the letters on it and the pages and the images were cool. the coloring was cool, but once I saw letters on it, then that felt real. And that was just like, wow, it's actually happening. So that was I think that's my intensely positive experience. Because it's
Give
first
you a high five.
Oh, thanks.
Because it looked awesome.
You get nothing. I rebuilt your entire basement. That was intensely positive.
If I had more high fives, I'd give you one.
That was a 6, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're gonna
5,
get
6.
go deeper, or what about you?
That's right.
Don't you
I like this one.
Yeah, next time I'll do it.
Too.
Random.
I thought he was gonna bring me
Who's
into
next?
this, which is why I gave
You.
him courage, but it did not happen.
Go.
Brittany.
Oh,
You
where?
are-
I'm a puppy. I think
What was
I'm
it here? Yeah.
green or red.
Green
Yeah.
or red?
Do you want to go cozy
Don't
or
go red.
real?
Don't go red.
I don't know. Maybe we'll mark
But
it.
it's
Red.
50 points.
20
Just
more
let-
points.
Doesn't
Don't worry
matter.
about
It's
the points.
so awkward. Yeah, you asked for it. Can't wait to hear what it says.
What's been one struggle and one success in your work life so far?
Told
Told
you. Told you.
That's number 2. That's
Pass
number
number
2.
Can I pass that too?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or now you have to pull another one.
Cozy it is.
You're offered a fully paid scholarship. What do you choose to study and why? Ooh.
And silence.
I think everybody's like,
I think I would study investing because it's not something I know a lot about, but would love to know more about.
High five. Me too.
Sure. Here's a high five, Brittany.
Thank
Boom.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm also on Brittany Square, and
'Cause
I'm
since-
going green.
Brittany,
Yeah.
No,
where are
Brittany,
you?
Brittany, where do you move?
Oh,
4.
4.
Who's 4 spaces?
Wait, is she the dog?
Yeah.
yeah.
In your career or personal life,
Where are
how
you?
do you
She's the rainbow.
Oh, red or green. Okay.
how do you express your creativity?
So many.
I get Mark to make her videos.
Zero creativity.
You
in
have
my
so
work.
much creativity. Don't do that.
I
You
like
do.
to make note cards,
Yes,
custom
you do.
note
And they're
cards.
beautiful.
And it's so cheesy. I
And they're
can't.
And your
Yeah.
nails.
And you do nails.
Oh yeah, you nail
That's so
art.
creative.
Do you know how many
You're
compliments
really-
I've gotten for
Courage,
nails?
Chris.
Thank you.
Courage. Courage. Where's the bullshit card?
I'm appreciating it. I'm appreciating
Oh,
you.
thank you. And I get to go 3 spots, please. Mark, you're a dick.
High five is fine. Courage. High five I get. High five makes sense. Courage.
Let's go real. Yeah.
Oh no.
Right.
Mistake.
Right there. Imagine you're given the chance to give somebody else any one gift, fully paid for. What would you choose to give to who and why?
I know what I would give.
You cover. You could possibly cover 2 in one shot here, Chris.
What do they want? What gift do they want? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know.
Do
You did already give us a basement.
Would you stop?
They need a bigger house with a bigger basement.
I would say.
Extension.
You can get anything.
where
Where
are
are you
you
getting
gonna
an extension
extend
on
to?
this? We can get anything.
So I go with baby Xavier and screw you guys.
Yes.
Baby
Oh, yeah, okay.
Xavier. He gets my
Or the
stuff.
girlfriend is fine too. That's acceptable.
baby
Oh, that's a
Xavier.
valid point. I could get
Baby
in trouble.
Xavier. Baby Xavier.
Does she watch these videos?
No, she doesn't.
Baby Xavier.
Baby Xavier.
He's your godchild.
He
That's
is.
right.
That's true.
Okay, what's Xavier getting?
Xavier.
Scholarship fund.
I want to say scholarship fund, but I want to say something a little more.
We've already got that covered.
Yeah. House. His first house. Also, it's all paid for. Anyone gift fully paid for.
Why?
Amazing.
As his parents, I'll high five
So,
that.
Oh my.
and why? I would say because of the fact when he comes of age to buy a house,
It's gonna be so hard.
the world's
Good
going to
luck.
be complete chaos. It'll be, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so to be able to buy a house for him, he'd be set.
With a
So-
guest house for his parents.
And pudding.
That's right. Yes.
For when we visit.
And a space in the garage for pudding.
So he can move out of his mom.
Parents
And
get the
for
shit.
the record, pudding is baby,
Oh,
the baby
uncle?
language for padring,
Godfather.
which is godfather in Portuguese. Okay,
Yes.
anyways,
Chris
right.
Four
is
spaces.
Xavier's
1, 2,
godfather.
3, 4. Chris is Xavier's godfather.
Random.
Again.
I gave it all my high fives. I feel like I need more.
So it says, guess yes or no. What do you think? Have the players in this group ever tried illegal drugs? If you guess right for all players, keep the points. And if you got one wrong,
I gotta
discard the card off the board. What is considered illegal drugs?
Illegal? Anything that
It's not legal.
No, but like, okay, here's my question.
Thanks, Chris.
No, here's my
Can I-
question.
What about you?
Here's my question, though. I'll get to that. But here's my question, though.
Because
Illegal now or illegal when they did them?
I think it's legal now.
Valid, because Canada has changed laws.
I think it's dependent on when you did them.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would say when.
Was it
because
legal when you did them?
you?
I will do that after I get to everyone. I'm gonna say no. You did not.
Well, here's the thing. I did not by choice. I was slipped mushrooms and I had no idea and I got so sick. So technically I did do them, but I didn't want to. I had no idea I was doing them. What? No, that's the end.
That's the question.
So
how does that
it's
work?
fair.
So,
it's fair.
so what happens?
No, they
the card.
totally. he
Have
did
you ever
not-
tried them?
But how do you?
Yeah, so
But Mark didn't.
No, we
but
get
he
that
did.
right. But
You tried them.
But I
though.
tried them, but I didn't know I was trying them.
Fair, because they slipped.
But I
into
guessed
them.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna say no, yes, yes.
not a lot of hesitation in that
So
one.
there you go. So I did try them, but not by choice. I did not. I did no idea.
And then
what
I
was
get
trying.
my choice of all the other cards to choose from.
Real again, eh?
No. Don't do
I'm
it.
gonna do Juicy.
Wait. We didn't.
Oh, I have to ask
yes,
about
you have
me.
to, yes.
No, I haven't.
Shocker.
Really? Really? Is it shocking? No.
All right, let's go.
Okay. When's the time you challenged yourself to do something positive for your health, mind, body, or spirit? What did you take from this experience? So a couple years ago, so I have migraines. So a couple years ago, I did this thing called the Whole 30 Challenge, which basically you have to eliminate all allergens from your diet. So like no gluten, no dairy,
Hard.
no like anything. Like I couldn't have certain malt vinegars because they might have something in them that you can't have.
So absolute all flavor is gone.
Yeah.
Food is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can have vegetables and meat. So basically you eliminate everything and you slowly add things back in to see if you have a sensitivity to anything. I don't. This is what's causing the migraine. But I did it. I did it for 30 days. So it was helpful because I learned, like I did a challenge and I was able to do it. Sucked, but I did it. I learned that I could and I have the willpower. And I also learned that not sensitivities to any of those things.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many
So, 4
moves? to
spaces. In the lead.
All right. Pee break.
People need to say more courageous things. I have things I have to get rid of.
All right, so we're back from the extended pee break. It's been like 30
An hour.
minutes. We all got some drinks and some. We're good to go. I've got 2 new drinks. I've got a gin and tonic and a spiced rum and diet Pepsi.
That's wrong.
What do
You
you
should
got?
not
Finger
combine
gloves. Or hand gloves. 'cause
Fin-
wrist gloves.
wrist gloves.
Because
Wrist
it's
gloves.
freezing down here.
What did you bring to this event?
Oh, cucumber vodka, water, and water.
Okay, Kayla.
I'm empty-handed.
Oh, Kayla's hammered already. Kayla's hammered. Kayla's hammered.
You didn't ask Chris. What is he trying
I'm getting there.
You weren't.
I
Chris?
also have a rum and coke to share.
Just gin and tonic. I
Gin and
drank
tonic.
half of it and I filled it back up again.
Yeah, so did I.
No, you didn't.
Peen.
I watched you. No. What, rum and coke and
Anyway.
gin and tonic, that's such a bad combo. Yeah. Yeah. Well played, Jess. Well
I'm
played.
glad there's a card like that in this game.
Maybe we should, we should have a card like that in life.
We really
You
should.
just always have it on you. It's like,
Can
oh,
you imagine being at like a Christmas party and somebody's telling a story and you're just like,
I'm gonna need you to wrap it up.
it's been 20 minutes, Phil.
Phil.
I don't even work with Phil.
That's an awesome office name. I can see a Phil working in a cubicle. Phil.
Fucking Phils.
That came
I
from
don't actually know any
you,
Phils.
you have a Phil from the deep down hatred. That
Phil
came
and
down
IT.
from deep.
is there a real Phil?
There's a real Phil somewhere.
IT,
All
but
right.
like not when I work with
Random,
Phil.
random. 50 points. Ready?
Ready?
Why? Hold on. Didn't you do a group one? Did you get to keep those points?
Yeah.
Or
She
did you
has
give
a
it
stack.
away?
I pushed
Nobody
the bottom.
give her cards.
Oh, you put the
Because
bottom because
Give
they
her more
failed.
cards.
You did drugs
not about the
unknowingly,
points.
and I was like, "You're such a straight arrow. You
I
wouldn't
am.
do drugs."
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Jess
You
always
were
comes in
never-
quiet and then she crushes us. So no more points to Jess. Don't give her cards.
First of
What
all,
are you
this
talking
is
about?
Brit
Chris
is
is
like-
at 50 on
This
top.
is where Brit distracts and she deflects. She's like,
Though he has a lot of these.
No,
That's gonna
her
hurt him.
stack is way bigger than
All
my
right,
stack. I've already
let's
died.
wrap it up there, drunkie. You ready? Let's go.
Okay, sorry, go.
Keep in mind you have to add your points.
Don't make me break out the card. Challenge.
Accept it.
You're the judge.
Yeah.
Ask all players to take turn, not a turn, to take turn expressing their best evil laugh. Give points to the most entertaining player. You sit back and enjoy the show. Best evil laugh. This is doable. Best evil laugh. Go. For the record, that's Brittany's regular laugh. Kayla, best evil laugh. That's pretty good. It's louder at least.
That was so good.
yeah, I can't beat that one.
Chris. Hold on. Channel your mom.
Stop. That's so not nice. That's not nice.
Go.
That was it. It's like, too much pressure. I pass.
You can't pass. Give me a laugh, bitch. Laugh for me.
Dance, Muggy, dance.
There you go.
There you go.
That was good. That was
Sorry.
good.
It was.
Stop
It
it.
wasn't me. It was good.
It was. Yeah, Kayla. Kayla's getting that one. Oh, what are the colors I get to
That
draw?
was 50 points?
Green or yellow?
Green or yellow. Yellow it is. Boom.
Are
Juicy.
you mad?
No. I'm
I got
envious. I'm envious.
Well, it's because I'm judging. That's
I
like
gotta-
that's your regular laugh for me.
I got a 20
See, I was
on the
try-
top,
I was
I got
trying
a
to
50 on the
channel-
top.
See, we play a game online every once in a while, and I seem to have a very sinister laugh, and I was trying to channel
You
that,
do.
but
when
I
you're
could not
teaching-
do it when I'm teaching.
When
I
you're
would-
teaching, you
I'm
have an evil
gonna
laugh.
take this wrap up
not
card.
good.
I'm gonna take this wrap up card and put it away for a second because I want to bring up the game Chris talking about is Civ 6. And Chris was teaching me and Brittany how to play Civ 6 because Civ 6 got a steep learning curve. And every time we ask Chris a question, me and Brittany, and we're all playing remotely, by the way.
On the
We'd be
same
like,
team
Hey,
co-op.
yeah, it's co-op. We're playing a co-op game, and we're like, "Hey, Chris, what? I don't know how to do this." Like idiot. Chris, you're teaching us how to play. Okay. Should I like take this place over, or should I burn it to the ground? I don't know. You should. I don't know. I guess you could take it over. I was like, "I'll take it over." Chris, I'm losing it. What do I have to do? That was a mistake. Chris, what the fuck, Chris? That was Chris.
And I didn't mean to.
All right, now. Okay, Chris, wrap it up. All right, here we go.
No chance to defend.
Here's mine. Imagine, if you will, I added that a little bit.
It was a good laugh.
You're given the opportunity to experience the mind of another person for a day.
Oh, that's
Who do you choose and why? Interesting. The mind of another person for a day. For some reason, I thought, well, the two things came to my mind.
Kim
I was like,
Kardashian.
well, our experiences are too close, so we don't want to be you. But for some reason, I think because you were on peripheral, I was thinking, like, I don't want to know what Mark looks like naked. So I was like, don't want to experience that either.
That's fair. For people that don't know, my husband is also named Mark.
Not this Mark.
Yeah, not me.
It's a different
I know what I look like naked. It's fabulous.
Kim Kardashian. That's what I'm saying.
You want to be in her brain?
No, I don't. But that's what I like.
I'm thinking, if I could be any, I think I'd like to go into something is like Albert Einstein, and just kind of like get into and see like how that brain works, because like he's like renowned for being like a world genius. So it was like, well, like how does that work for you? I'm curious to see how your brain works and experience how that works. So that would be mine. Would be Albert Einstein, and I'm moving my 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, quattro. Not Kim Kardashian, you shallow bitch.
Getting close to the end.
All right, we're getting close to the end. Let's do this.
Brittany.
Oh, it's my go.
You are
I'm
the
blue.
dog.
I'm random.
Random. 50 points, random.
50 points, which
Give
probably
it,
means you're
keep
giving
it.
it
What do
away.
you do?
Challenge.
Oh.
You're the judge. Ask all players to take turn impersonating their best foreign accent. I already know what Mark's is going to be.
I'm curious who it's gonna be.
You know what it's going to be.
I don't.
You could,
No, go around the circle. Let's
I
get-
pass for sure.
No, come on. She can't
No,
just let
I
pass.
can't pass. I haven't passed yet this game. It's my
It's
pass.
not your question. You're not passing on a question. It's
I'm
her
passing.
response.
Ask all players to
Yeah,
take turns
but you-
impersonating their best
I know,
foreign
but she
accent.
can't pass. It's not her
I
question.
can't pass.
Fine, lame-o.
yeah, you can pass. It's still,
Give me the
I
points
don't know
back.
what he's
I
talking about.
Give me the points I
Good.
gave you.
Your turn.
So I know what you're gonna pick, but you're really good at it. So like, shit.
I
So
am-
good at it.
What?
It's
I
like
got
a regular
do
conversation,
it.
and all of a sudden
I
he
can't
just
do it. I
breaks
can't
out
do
an
it.
accent.
Oh.
You know what you do.
It's
Don't
'cause I
act
don't
up.
speak another language,
Shit.
I think. That's
Um,
why.
It's not another language. He doesn't speak this language. You know
I-
what you do.
I
Don't
don't.
act
Absolutely
up.
don't
Chris
know.
even knows
I
what
can't
you do.
do accents. I'm really bad.
Okay, Chris.
So,
give us the accent.
so
You
what?
Polish.
what do
You
we
would be
got?
able to do a
Polish.
Portuguese
Portuguese,
accent.
so easy.
And go.
Yeah, do a Portuguese accent.
Portuguese.
Pretend you're your mom.
Portuguese.
Stop.
I can just pick
What do you mean?
random Portuguese
Why
words.
stop? His mom's Portuguese. She's got a Portuguese accent. That's a
But she
valid.
makes up words that don't even exist.
But
Okay.
she still has an accent
Okay.
while doing it.
Hey, by the boy.
That's your mom.
Is it Portuguese? Shit. Oh.
Okay.
And make sure the mic can pick you up, Chris.
Go
So,
deeper.
No, there's no question. You can't even go deeper.
how you going to his accent? Shit. I give you $5. No.
I'll take
No,
that
can't do
$5.
Portuguese. No, can't do Portuguese. I got nothing. Shit. I got nothing.
I don't have any accents.
I'm trying, but I got because I want to do the
I
yeah.
have no idea.
Oh, all of a sudden you have no idea.
No, I have no idea what you guys are thinking.
You know what you.
The only thing that comes to my mind is like, I'm trying to think. You big boy.
That's a good one.
Like that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. That's the only one I'm thinking of. Is like this big strong Japanese like
Yeah.
hey big boy, come
You
here.
You do that one really well.
That's the
You
only
do
one.
that one often.
Yeah, but that's
It
the
is
only
a
one I
really
can think
good
of. I don't know what you're thinking about. And first of all, I'm the only one that didn't accent, so I guess the 50 points.
Yeah, I did a little.
So do you get the 50
Not
points?
much.
Yeah, I do.
Finish, draw.
I'm the only one that did one.
Or what do I draw?
You draw green or yellow.
I did a half-ass.
Did you?
There's a little.
What accent were you thinking that I was doing?
Your southern accent. Sometimes you
southern
just like
accent?
you're talking normal, and then all of a sudden it just goes into a southern accent. I'm like, I don't understand.
Why?
What?
Yeah, Chris knows. Chris knows.
What were you thinking, Chris?
Southern
Not
accent.
southern. No.
Yeah, see? No.
Oh, what were you thinking? See, this is the problem. You do too many accents. Okay.
But as soon
In
as you
your
said big
life-
boy, I was like, oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
I like
What's
that.
one of the most
Big boy.
illegal things you've ever done?
What's one of the more
What?
Most illegal.
I'm just
Interesting.
What? Say it again? Say
No, the most
vanilla.
illegal thing you've ever done.
Yeah, I'm so vanilla. Speed?
You've done speed?
No!
You've done speed?
I'm speed while driving.
You're like, I've done
That's
nothing.
what I would have said too.
Speed, I've done speed.
Because,
I've
like,
done nothing.
I'm very much by the rules.
So you
I'm
speed.
Very, like,
You don't get a high five for... I give you a high five if
I
you
get 2
did
spaces
speed.
for that. Thank you very much.
2 spaces?
I'm a puppy. Thank you.
Bam. Kayla.
I'm going. Can I go green? I'm
No.
the rainbow. Oh.
You do everything but green.
Cozy. Kayla's getting cozy.
What's something
Wait,
you'd
you
like
can't-
to
that's
buy?
like the one
oh
color you
shit! I can't pick.
Bottom of the
Yeah.
pack.
Juicy. What's a time
catch,
you've been
good catch.
adventurous and what was it like for you?
Oh, Kayla, you gotta have a good one. You gotta have a good. If I get a lame question, if I get a lame answer from you, you're off the show.
lying.
You're off the show.
Dig deep.
Dig deep.
Repeat a story you just told upstairs.
Does that have
A
one of those?
night-
Does that have one of those spicy icons on it?
No.
Oh, this one does. See.
A night that I went out and got absolutely wasted with my friend. Got back to the house, couldn't get in, spent the night in the hot tub. That was pretty.
That wasn't the. Hold on, whoa. Go deeper. Brittany said go deeper. That wasn't the full story.
Yes, it was.
You spent the
It
whole.
was the whole
No,
story.
no,
No, it
wasn't.
was not.
No, it wasn't.
What did
you
I miss?
you spent the night in the hot tub.
What were you wearing?
You brought a bathing suit?
No, we had no clothes on.
Oh, you had no clothes on.
That's deep enough.
There you go. High five. High five to no
Okay.
clothes on the hot tub.
6 spaces.
Brittany, you didn't ask your question.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, what was your question? Did you
Oh.
say you said go deeper? What's your question? 1, 2.
Oh, I thought that was the question.
You didn't ask a question.
Go deeper. That's
I went
Go
deeper.
No,
but
she
my
said go
question-
deeper, but she didn't ask a question.
You did for me. So
I
that's
asked.
good.
Oh,
I
you
don't have a
used.
question.
Let's see. I see what you did there. All right.
Kayla's pile, Brittany. Look at Kayla's pile.
Kayla, your paws too big. Okay, we're enemies now.
All right. Chris, you're
I'm
up.
gonna start that fire. Where am I?
Someone
You
give
do anything
me.
but
I have the
cozy.
hairy coconut.
Anything but cozy.
You have a lot of cards. You need to give them to me.
Anything but
Hairy
cozy.
coconut.
Give me a high
hairy
five.
coconut. So,
Don't make me.
I don't think you can give them to you. You're not answering a question.
But I did answer a question.
It's too late.
I
ask
Get over it.
speed.
We're getting real.
Let's
You
get
did
real.
We're getting real.
No, I drive fast.
Okay. Over the past year, what's a challenge you've overcome and how did you overcome it?
Math. You went to school
I did.
to learn addition.
I learned how to add and
Here's an
subtract
accent.
things.
Where was that? Where was that?
Too late. Can't put me on pressure. Challenge.
Something
back
that
to
was
school.
hard, Chris.
I did school. I did education.
What was your challenge?
And then
That
again,
wasn't
you're
much of a
like
challenge,
Mark.
yeah.
The accent just comes
What?
naturally to you.
What life challenges have you
Life
had in
challenge,
the past year?
I did start that relationship thing.
Oh.
I guess that's a
Hold on,
challenge.
hold on, wait.
I
Relationship.
give
So-
you courage for that,
Same.
Chris.
Yeah, courage,
Relationships
Chris.
are hard.
Courage, Chris.
That's a big step.
More details, though.
Screw you guys.
And then go deeper.
I will take the points.
Yeah, go deeper. We mean started that relationship
you
thing.
opened
What
it
the
up.
hell does that even mean? I started that
Oh,
relationship thing.
Okay.
Quick, Kayla, what's your question for Go Deeper? You have to ask
Yes,
a question.
yes.
How long have you been dating a girl now, Chris?
Oh, so
I think she emphasized girl. Well, how long have you been dating a girl now, Chris?
thanks for pointing out. Kayla. So it's been
Complicated.
yes.
No, don't say that.
It's been close to a year technically, but we did not classify.
You didn't call it as anything
No,
for
we
a
didn't.
long
We
time.
did not for a long time until it was fall, and we're like, okay, people keep asking, so all right, well, we'll make it official. So yes, we've made it official that we're dating. Yeah, I'm fidgety. and
Hold on, you've made it
next
official?
question-
Whoa. You made it official that you were dating since when?
September was when we kind of
It
started.
is
so
now
long ago.
March, and we have not met her.
Yeah,
No.
for the record, we haven't met Karen yet. Karen?
Just
And
saying.
yes, and either.
Wrap it up, but I want to meet you.
Hold on, what do you mean wrap it up? You're
That's our
encouraging.
question.
All right, so
no.
what was the question? And how many spaces?
Challenges. Challenges.
The
4
challenge
spaces.
that you had this week.
My hairy coconut. Those 4 spaces.
So what was it? What was your hair?
It sounds so dirty when you say, "Can you move my hairy coconut?"
What was your question? I don't remember it.
What's a challenge you've overcome and how do you overcome it?
Okay, what about you, Brittany? What is the challenge you've overcome and how have you overcome it? I'm bouncing that with the.
I know your
what,
answer.
the what about you?
Going back to work
Yep.
since mat leave was a huge transition in regards to just flipping persons, because you're almost multiple people when you become a mom. So just learning how to be me again.
Like me before baby made me.
High five.
Like it's a hard transition.
For sure.
So
Courage.
Amazing how much support you get when people don't want to lose points.
no, man.
If life was
No.
like that, like you had a bunch of like negative things against you. Actually, life is like that. If you think of like heaven, getting into heaven is like all the negative points you have against you. You have to get rid of them before you
No,
die,
that's not
or
why
they
they
work
gave it
against
to
you.
me. I'm not even gonna allow you to take that away. It's because they
I've seen people
understand
do
the
that. I know what he's
fact.
saying.
You know, you're right. You're right, Brittany. Here's some courage. I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. That was so courageous of you to say that.
Chris.
High five for you saying that, Mark.
Yes. Just saying. Anyways, that would be
My
mine.
answer. Thank goodness. Fantastic.
Moving on, it is now Jess's turn. We're gonna take Jucy because I'm afraid of real. Imagine. Well, that card's gone forever. You could have a meaningful conversation with any person in the world, living or deceased.
I want this card.
Who would you choose to spend this time with?
Me?
Brittany
Brittany said Oprah.
Brittany says Oprah.
In case the mic didn't pick it up.
I would love to have coffee with Oprah. She's met so
I
many.
thought for sure you would've
amazing
said
Brittany,
people.
I need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We wrap it
I
up.
want that card. That was actually supposed to be for me.
I would like to give it to you because I am struggling to think about who I would even want to have a conversation
You have
with.
3 passes.
I think you used one yet, have you?
I'm gonna pass.
It's just as like, does it count if I just like to sit in a room silent with somebody? I don't have a
Who wants to
conversation.
have a conversation with people?
This is even worse.
Of all the things you learned from your first significant relationship, what's one thing that comes to mind? So much better.
Should have went with Oprah.
Yeah.
Should have gone with Oprah. I could have just stolen Brittany's answer. Something that I have learned.
Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer.
From your first significant relationship?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're in now?
It could be.
Mark.
What has my Mark taught me?
Oh, if you use good gin to mix your drinks, use cheap tonic.
Significant thing. If you are going to make a gin and tonic, important rule, use cheap gin and expensive tonic, or expensive tonic and cheap gin.
That's the same thing I learned from him. I didn't have to marry him.
I'm just, it didn't
But
say.
actually,
Maybe
you
he's
did have to marry him because I learned it at his
Maybe-
bachelor party.
So, see?
So you did have to marry him
Significant
for all of us to learn
for all of us
this.
to learn this. What is a thing that I have learned? I hate these types of questions because now my mind is just like
It goes
blank.
blank.
Communication is so important.
Oh.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I recommend for the producers of this game, we need to add that bullshit card. Or that Tuesday card.
That would be nice.
But minus points, bullshit.
Euchre.
I mean, I feel like it's just like living with someone is very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is something I learned.
You have to
I mean,
learn.
you have to know before, but like the first year living together.
It's hard.
Have you spent
It's
a lot of
hard.
time living by yourself? Have you ever lived by yourself?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, she did. When
I
we
lived
first
myself
met her,
for,
she
like,
lived by
years.
Oh,
herself.
right.
Or with like,
Just
I have a twin
the
sister.
time.
No, before she was the
I lived
who's
with
that
her
girl?
for a while. But yeah, it's really hard living with someone and getting used to their different habits and their different things that they're comfortable with. Kitchen
You wonder why I'm
counters.
single.
Kitchen counters. Just want to say,
Considering
some people have different levels of cleanliness for kitchen counters than other people.
Considering I'm like a guy who's like I've owned a house since 2004, I've lived by myself for a very small fraction of time, like 3
You've
weeks.
always had roommates.
I've always had roommates or somebody to move in. Like I've always been with somebody in the house. I've never lived by myself.
Also, I just want to say,
What
before
about
I
me?
get to
What
you,
was the question?
What about
You
you?
just answered it already, so, I
so
gave you the
my
card.
husband is gone
I'll-
for a couple weeks, and I miss him, but it's also nice. It's also nice to
I
like
miss him, but
the
thank
kitchen
God you're
counters
gone.
are the same that I left them last, and there's no mess.
Mark, get your shit together.
Get your shit together. Stop leaving crumbs on the counter.
Oh no!
What's the question?
So, of all the things you've learned from your first significant
First
relationship,
significant relationship.
First significant relationship.
Means?
what's one that comes to mind?
Yeah, I guess my first significant relationship would be. I guess it was Mimi. Right? That was like high school.
We love Mimi, by the way.
Yeah, Mimi, you're great. There's no chance you're watching this.
No.
Mimi was my girlfriend from high school, and we
And I
dated.
love Mimi.
We
I
dated
met
for
Mimi.
4.5 years, and we're still friends. Although I don't get to talk to her as much anymore.
Great person.
There's actually your family has a family photo of us on your grandmother's birthday on the fridge
From Mandarin.
with at
From
the
the
Mandarin,
buffet.
and Mimi's in it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
She was down for the weekend visiting.
yeah, so anyway, so I'm still friends with her. But what did I learn from that relationship? For me, I learned like because that was my first early relationship. I learned that I guess being early, there's always a lot of like jealousy and like trusting. Like, what are you doing? What are you up to? What are you this? There's always that like, are you going to do something that's going to upset me or break my heart or do something like that? And after that, I realized to like, I I gotta let that go because whatever you're doing, I can't control your actions. I can't control what you're doing. So whatever that is, I was like, I just gotta let that go and not worry about it. And it's because stupid high school things. So when you're in high school, it's like your emotions are all like all your just everything's so like times 10. So for me, that was it. It was just like, if somebody is like, if you're with somebody and they're like cheating on you or whatever it is, not that I ever thought Mimi was cheating on me, but it was just like,
you can't control them.
You can't control them. If they're doing it and you don't know, there's nothing you can do about it, and maybe they're not doing it. So then, like, don't pollute your life experience worrying about what somebody else is doing. Like, if you're still happy with that person, then just be happy with that person. Focus with the happy parts of it and let the other shit go, because you can't control the other shit. Enjoy it. If it comes to an end because like something terrible happens, like they are cheating on you, that's not why we separated, because that never happened between us. Then like, you know, that's a different story. But while you're with that person, just let it go. Yep. So that's what I learned, and that's because it was high school. In high school, everything's fucking escalated times 10. All right, who's go? Is it my go?
Yours.
Oh, this might be the end of it. Because we're going to go real.
We have 2 more cards.
I did.
Yeah, it was her turn.
It was my turn.
We're going to go real.
I
My
passed the
catacorn.
question. Yeah.
Boom.
I want to go deeper. Go ahead.
What's a part of yourself that you've struggled to change? Brittany covered that with her cough.
Sorry.
What's a part of yourself? My penis. No. What's a part of yourself
Blank that out.
that you've struggled to change? What's a part of myself that I've struggled to change?
But it's probably the true answer. He's a short guy.
Is that a penis shot?
No. Who's your height? It was a height shot. Totally height shot.
I feel it's not necessarily something you can change, so how can you struggle?
There's videos out there, apparently.
Are you talking about penis or height?
I'm so confused. I feel like Brittany's just back here being like, we're going to have to bleep out so many things.
Editing is gonna be so hard.
What's a part of yourself that
like
you've
penis.
struggled to change?
What do you not like about yourself?
No, here's the thing. I think Brittany can attest to this. I am
penis.
very hard on myself. So like it's like I don't care.
Deeper.
I don't care. I haven't answered my fucking questions yet. You fucking sellouts.
I'm gonna say deeper too.
We're gonna have some follow-up questions or we're giving these cards back.
Hurry up.
So anyways.
Can you wrap it up, Mark?
So anyways. So yeah, I'm very hard on myself. And everything, like if you fuck up or if you fuck up or if you fuck up or if you fuck up, I don't care. Everybody else can fuck up as much as you want. I don't give 2 shits. I'll accept you for what you are, but I do not accept my fuck ups. Whether they be I put too much salt in dinner or the end project didn't come out as good as I'd accepted. Like I do not accept my mistakes. I do not let myself go on my mistakes. So that's like I can't let that go. So I'm like a perfectionist in that way, where I can easily, and because like I don't accept something I do as a mistake. If you do the exact same thing, or even worse, I was like, that's okay. You're just a normal person. You do mistakes, and I get that happens, and I get that. But for me, I can't break it down for me like that. So for me, it's just like I don't. It's got to be like what I want it to be, or I'm never happy. And I'm never happy because I rarely reach where I want it to be. Rarely. Because a lot of things are always rushed. And a lot of my things are projects, and they're always rushed. And they're never at the height of where I want them to be. So, that's me. That's what I struggle with, is accepting my limitations. Or I guess, and accepting what I've done is okay. All right, so go deeper first. You give me first to go deeper.
So I want to say
You're like, mistakes were made.
I want to say, why do you think that? But at the same time, I understand it because that's a challenge that. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, why?
You have one question. You have to ask why what?
Why do you feel that you push yourself to such a higher standard.
Okay, I'll accept that. That's I guess like it's interesting. Growing up, I grew up pretty much by myself with 3 sisters because they're all older than me. Everybody's older than me. I grew up in a house with sisters, but by myself because they were all like 10 years older than me minimum. So it was more like growing up with 4 moms than it was a mom and 3 sisters. And my dad was always just there, like a fern. He was always just there. You water him and he's good. But for me, I was like, I always try to push myself because there was nobody else to push me. And then when I got to college, then I took everything as a challenge. If you do something, I'll try to do it better than you. And for me, I'm always trying to push myself to be better. But the thing is, I push myself to be better after I'm done. Like I was like, I have these goals to do. So I have to get from A to B. And I get to B and I'm like, fuck, I should have been at C. Regardless of what it is, I always should have done better. So I guess that's my thing. I always push myself because I've never had anybody to push me. Nobody's ever asked me to do more. I've always been the only person to say do more. Nobody's ever asked me to do more. So, but that's just in my nature. I don't know why. That's it. Kayla?
How do you think you can cut yourself some slack?
Well played.
I don't think I can.
Okay.
Like I could let it go, but I don't think I can. Like I could let it go that would be an option.
I want to say you shouldn't. Do not let that go. I hate to say it,
It's what
but
makes you better.
it's what makes you better, and as the person you are, that is your challenge. You need to keep going because that what gives you that drive to keep going and succeed more. We've gone to High Megons, and they're like, board game coffee. There's the guy. How many friends have you met? They're like, my kid was like, oh, I get to be board game coffee. You don't know board game coffee. You don't know that guy. And they're like, this is the guy.
I guess even everything, even like small things
that.
like making drinks, right? Like when I made Moscow Mules, or Pimp,
Yep.
like
We drank so many Moscow Mules.
Like I drank Moscow
he
Mules
had
for
the
3
whole
Mouth was
set.
so
Like I
sore
drank them for
because
3 to
so
4
acidic.
days until I got them right, and I'm like, I got it right. I finally got Moscow Mules right.
But you literally bought the whole set to make the Moscow.
Yeah,
like
he did.
It was,
So-
yes.
He went
No, you need that, and I
over
agree
That's
with that.
that's a
You
long
should
answer,
have it.
but that was mine, and I think actually that was 5 space move, so that's gonna end the
End the
game.
game.
Boom! So that means I bring everybody with me to the end, and we're gonna do a lightning round. So everybody does a lightning round. Now, here's the question, Jess. You're the only other person that read the rules. It says when you get to you start a lightning round. Do I start the lightning round? Because I made it through. I think I do.
I don't remember. Let's say yes.
I think I do.
Sure.
Lightning round.
Do it. Yeah.
So this is the end of the game. We're each gonna do one lightning round to see if we get these extra 60 points.
If you get it wrong, you do not get the 60 points.
Now, here's the thing.
How do you get it wrong?
Now,
It was just a question.
these are the only ones that are wrong and right. And I find it funny that Brittany asked, how do you get these wrong? Because I actually explained this to
You
Brittany
did.
specifically.
I remember it now.
3 years ago. 5 hours.
Maybe
So,
six.
here's what we're going to do. Now, I
Very
haven't,
pretty
hold on. Now, I haven't read this one. I want to explain to you guys how we're going to do this. Now, this isn't a rule in the game. But basically, most of these questions, at least the ones I've seen, which is like 2 or 3, will say something like, what do you think the person on the left or the right, or right, left, does in situation A, or would do in situation B, etc. And then there's like 4 options. Like, what are they most likely to do or say, or etc. So, not to influence the person on my left or right, whoever this card suggests, what we're going to do is I'm going to pick an answer after I read the question out. I'm going to read the answers, and then I'm going to hold a finger, like 3, right? And then I'll give Brittany, you know your answer, and then we're going to both
She's
show at the same
gonna
time. We learned that Brittany's fingers don't work. Like Brittany, there is no yellow 8.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Guess. And if I get, so the way I understand this, because it says guess wrong, discard card off board. Don't exactly know what that means, but I'm assuming I just throw this away and I don't get the 60 points.
Oh, poopy.
All right, here we go.
So much pressure.
If the person to your left, bam,
Oh.
were to receive one of the following gifts, which would they choose?
You should know this.
A lipstick pink Lamborghini, a fancy treehouse library. I've never seen Brittany read a book.
I have so many books by my bed.
That
Doesn't
doesn't
mean you
count.
read it.
Brittany
Doesn't
buys
read it.
books, but Brittany doesn't read books.
Called out.
A backyard disco roller skate rink. 4, a treasure chest of the latest tech gadgets.
Oh God.
Holy balls, this is the worst one.
Okay, Brittany.
It's quite the combination.
Hold on, I gotta think this through too. Okay, so Brittany, there's the options. You think
She's
of
got
think
hers
of it,
already.
Think of it already.
When you're ready, I will start the countdown.
Holy fuck.
I'm gonna guess 2.
I feel like
I'm
if you get this
interested.
wrong,
I'm guessing 2.
And a 5. Ready?
Hold
And a
on.
4.
Oh God, I don't even know.
And ready?
Wait,
Holy
I'm gonna guess.
shit.
And a 3. Are you
I
ready?
feel like I'm gonna get it wrong, but then I'll have to explain myself.
Are you 2? Are you ready for a 2?
What are you doing?
Counting
He's
down.
counting down.
I'm counting
No, I'm not ready. I'm not
fucking
ready.
numbers backwards, man. How do you not know what
I
I'm
mean,
doing?
it's between 2.
I'm not listening
It's
to
really
you. for a
between
Apparently
2.
not.
All right, ready? Okay, ready? Are you ready, Britt?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Boom! Ah, balls.
I
What'd you
said
bet?
1, 2.
I said lipstick Lamborghini.
It was 1 or 3. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
And what did you
I
think?
said
so
1.
my first one was
It's not my
Lamborghini.
choice, but
But then, how much fun would we have at a Boozapalooza with a disco roller skate?
No, here's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
We get a Lamborghini, you sell it. Fucking sell it. Sell it, buy your own fucking roller circle rink.
High five ever.
Boom! That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe Brittany will get her like
what?
Discard it
her
all.
logical, her like, you know, we could sell that Lamborghini and do something with it.
Think
But we
about
gotta
how much
think what
fun a
Brittany
disco
wants.
rink would be in her
not-
backyard.
Where
We
would
have
our dogs
drink-
run?
We have our Drinko,
Where
and
would
then we
our
have the disco
where would
rink.
our dogs play?
They would be on
At your
dog
mom's house.
vacation.
See,
A
here's the thing,
Lamborghini
Mark.
could have got us so much more.
But you're thinking of
Brittany?
what you would think of. You gotta think of Brittany.
all right.
I also thought she was
Hey,
just a
Brittany's.
Lamborghini.
Brady,
For sure.
go.
I originally was going.
I was
to
like,
think
Lamborghini?
I saw
Or
her
disco
light.
rink.
As soon as you said disco rink, I saw her light up. I'm like, that's the one. She just went.
All right, guess. Guess right. Keep the points. Guess wrong.
Yeah, we know
discard.
how
Okay.
it works. Come on.
If the player to your left were to perform in a talent show, what would they choose to do from the following? An interpretive dance, stand-up comedy, an elaborate magic trick, a hip-hop song.
God.
I found that was a lot easier than the one I had.
Which would
was it?
Caleb
I'm gonna pick up. I want to pick. I want to
What
guess
do you
two.
think
Let's say it again.
those-
Let's say it again.
Right,
What do
Kayla,
you
you
think?
can't show your fingers yet, Kayla.
I didn't.
All right, ready? Hide
Say
your
them again.
fingers so we
Say
know
them
you're not
again.
picking later.
What are they?
You ready?
Okay, dance, interpretive dance, stand-up comedy, an elaborate magic trick, a hip-hop song.
All right, ready?
1,
2, 3, go. Boom.
Yeah!
Oh, I guess two as well.
Well played.
I thought it was too easy. Oh, you picked up 2 cards. You fucking cheating,
Mine.
biatch.
Mine.
All right, that's yours.
If the person to the left were gonna do some serious binge watching, what would they watch?
Fucking some
know
anime,
this
some
one.
anime
Okay,
bullshit.
Anyway,
Is
Stranger
anime
Things.
bullshit on there?
anyway.
Okay.
Friends, Game of Thrones, The Office.
I think I gotta
You
guess.
can guess.
I gotta
we'll
guess.
see.
I gotta guess.
What are we doing? I feel like
And then
you
I gotta guess,
two.
and then I got a story. But let's.
No, wrap it up.
No, fuck it. Let's go. Go, Chris. Hurry up.
Ready?
I'm
3,
ready.
Okay.
do you know?
Yep.
2,
What?
1, go. Yes!
Oh, I didn't get it.
Yeah. You know why my story is?
First
Chris, have you
Game of
seen
Thrones.
Stranger Things yet?
No.
No, because how many
Season
times?
1.
Here's Chris.
Season
Chris, you should watch this. Okay, I have nothing to watch. But he was like, watch Stranger Things, watch this, and he doesn't watch shit. We bought Chris Disney Plus for a year, didn't watch shit.
No, bullshit. No, I watched all of Marvel I watched the whole
You
timeline.
watched 23 hours.
The whole fucking thing. And then
and then he was like, peace
No,
out.
I'm done.
No.
Because
23
he comes
hours you
over.
watched it all?
No, he comes over and watches shows. He's like, wow, this is pretty good. What's it on? It's on Disney Plus, Chris. You've had it for a fucking year. We bought it for you to watch.
With that being said, it's because Xavier's watching, so it's so much better when he watches it. What I'm home alone, I'm like, I don't want to watch.
Well, it's like, wow, this looks pretty good. What
But
is
it's like when
this?
Xavier's watching, like, all right,
Whoa,
he's cuddling me. I'm watching way better.
You don't want to watch cartoons home alone? Is that what you just said?
They're not the same as anime. Not the same. Not the same at all.
Okay, Chris, your turn.
Okay. Okay. If the player to your left were to get a new tattoo tonight,
Bedmass!
he's getting tattooed.
Bedmass!
What would they choose from the following? Oh my goodness. 1, a unicorn
Bedmass.
flying over a rainbow. 2, a snake with a laser beam eye.
Wicked.
3, a skull of fire. I don't see that.
These are all terrible.
You can't say it before,
I'm
it ain't.
just saying. Sorry. 4, a face of their country's leader. We're in Canada
I got
right
my
now,
guess.
you know?
All right, I'm ready.
This is such. Wow.
I don't.
I'm sorry. This is
easy.
so.
Are you ready?
Easy.
Are you ready,
Yeah,
Chris?
it's easy.
Are you ready?
It's
you
like
ready?
Prosperity.
Chris, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stop talking.
1,
2, 3, go.
three.
Boom. Oh man, I hope this is the
That
player
was
to
so
your left.
easy.
Good luck.
Player to your right.
What?
No. Okay.
I'm the only one that didn't get it. Brittany, you
should be
fucked me.
so
You know you wanted that pink Lamborghini.
Okay.
My instinct was to go with the pink Lamborghini.
Dude, what the fuck?
If you do not pick what I think you're gonna pick, I'm gonna be like, liar! Okay.
Fucking bullshit.
Of all the following options, what kind of movies does the player to your left love most?
Oh, it's
1,
easy.
French drama.
sappy romance.
Yeah,
2,
definitely.
superhero battle.
This is fucking
3,
bullshit.
political documentary. Obviously. 4, mind-boggling thriller. You ready?
Yo.
French drama. French drama.
There you go.
Who didn't guess 2 on that one?
Fuck you, Jess.
I didn't pick the question.
That was bullshit. That was
perfect
such a
question
bullshit
for you.
Yeah, it was
question.
totally.
Okay, well, Jess got that one right.
Bullshit.
Now we add up our points.
Yeah, Mark, we'll see how much. Okay, so now we're going to add up our points. We're going to take a little pause. All right. So we had an impromptu pee break in the middle of the math because Chris decided to just walk away.
Pee break.
So, anyways, let's do the points. I'll do my points first since I went first, and we'll go around the table. Ready? I have 510 points.
Damn.
510 points. Brittany?
I have no idea.
What? She has 480. I did hers.
What? We went all this time. Your answers. I have no
I
idea.
went to bathroom.
I did it for her.
480.
I got 500.
Oh, Chris.
You said not speaking English.
What did you get?
Lower. 410.
What?
410.
Oh, I got 410 too.
Hold on. I got 510. How did I get the most?
You went first. I already gave you their cards to get rid of
Yeah.
them.
No, I won.
I'm just saying these two would have won. I don't remember what you had. Except you went first.
It was that. Well, it was that last round where everyone's
We
like,
all tossed
"Oh,
it
Mark,"
empty.
we're like, "We need to get rid of cards," and
Well,
Mark
I
was
got-
like, "My family,
I
blah
had a
blah
few,
blah."
well, I did a lot of the real
Bullshit.
things. Well, you guys skipped the reels, and I did the reels.
I did a couple reels and then I was like, I don't like the reels.
Yeah,
All right.
I-
Well,
yeah.
clearly, this is a game of champions. So, cozy,
Bully.
juicy, real. All right. So, cozy, juicy, real. Any last minute thoughts on the game?
No, it's fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was good communication.
good conversation.
Yeah.
It did start up a lot of good convo.
Yes, it did.
All right.
Things got real.
Things did get
And
real.
then things didn't get real because I was like, no red for me.
No real over in
Playing
that
it
corner.
real.
safe.
Britt,
thanks.
thoughts?
It was fun.
Great, that's a lot. All right, there we go. It's fun. So, cozy, juicy, real. It's out there on Kickstarter. We'll have a link in the description below, so check it out if this looks like something you'd be interested in. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a new kind of because there's lots of party games, and it's usually kind of like a truth or dare, that kind of. This kind of brings new element to it, whereas different answer these questions, and I liked it. It was nice.
Well, I don't know what I was gonna say. We recommend drinking if you're gonna be playing.
Yes.
100%.
All right, that is all. I've got a gin and tonic to finish, and then we're good to go. Thank you for joining us during this playthrough. We will join you, or at least I will see you. I don't know if you guys will pay. Depends if we have a playthrough or not. We'll see you next week. See you guys.
Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.